Hey everyone, Kirk here from Kirk's Aquariums. Hope you and your fish have been doing well. Today we're going to do a fish room update, and I'd just like to start off with saying thank you so much to all the subscribers lately. It's been great support and I really enjoy making videos for you guys. So with all that out of the way, let's get started in today's video. Alright, so I was in the middle of filming a fish room update for you guys. You can see I got the filming equipment here, and we have lost power at my house. So not the best timing, but I haven't had this happen at this house before. I haven't lost power like this. So I did probably a year ago. I'll try and come over here and show you guys. It's a bit hard in the dark, but I did show you guys about a year ago me buying a big battery powered air pump so I could run my entire fish room. Unfortunately, the battery's faulty in it. So the first time I really get to test, and I've tested this probably about 3 months ago, unplugged it and just to see if the battery was fine. Seemed fine back then. And now when I actually need to rely on it, it has failed on me. So not the best outcome. I'm not going to stress out too much just yet. It's only happened probably about half an hour to 45 minutes ago. I thought I'd get in here and still film for you guys. Obviously, I've got no air going into my tanks, so a little bit concerned, but we will hopefully get the power back on soon. Apparently there's some fallen power lines. That beeping you can hear is my air pump telling me that it is out of battery, even though it has been plugged in and charging. So hopefully I'm going to get a replacement battery for the air pump. But as you can see here, fish are doing fine. There's no gasping or anything like that. I am a little bit concerned with this tank up the end here. It's a bit hard to see. This is full of baby angels, and I really don't want to start seeing them gasping for air. There's a few of them up the top there now, but I don't think it's anything to freak out about. I've got told that the power should be back on in the next couple of hours. If not, I'm going to have to start stressing just a little bit. But I thought I'd throw this into the update as well, just to show everything that can happen in a fish room. So I'll be back hopefully once the power's on, and yeah, bit of a learning curve for me. I'm hoping the power comes back on soon, because there's a lot of fish tanks in here currently without air in them, and some of these tanks, as you can see, have quite a lot of fish in them. So I'll get back to it, and hopefully the power comes back on soon. We can only hope. Okay, we are back in the fish room. First tank filled with baby angelfish. These guys are actually growing up quite well now. Fair few in this tank, just waiting to make some more space in some of my bigger tanks, and then we'll take most of these out so they can grow up in a much bigger tank. But just thought I'd give you guys a quick update that, yeah, plenty of marbled angelfish growing out well in this tank. And then we've just got a few rogue longfin albino bristlenose growing up as well. Moving to the tank next door, we've got some bigger longfin albino bristlenose hiding down the bottom and on the glass ever, as you can see, and a herd of guppies growing out in this tank. So these guys, 3 weeks ago I put them in, they were tiny little baby fish. Now they're starting to get the red head on them and actually starting to look proper guppy-like. So not a huge lot going on in the last 3 weeks, just a lot of fish growing out and a lot of new fish, or new baby fish I should say, going into the fish room. I just pulled another big spawn of albino bristlenose babies and some super red babies as well. So I'll show them up on the screen in case you don't know what they are, but really cool looking fish, both species of fish. And then in this tank we've just got a small little herd of more red tuxedo guppies and some really small common sort of just standard bristlenose, not common pleco, just your standard bristlenose growing up in here. Moving over to the tank next to that, we have just more bristlenose babies growing up. I really need to move these guys into a bigger tank. Running out of space, like usual. But we've also got baby rice fish. They've grown out to be almost full adults, looking quite nice. Some of them are already starting to spawn. And then next door from that, been trying to work on the reflection for you guys as well to try and get better quality videos. So trying different methods to tone down that reflection so you see more of the fish in the tank rather than me filming the fish in the tank. But balloon high fin platy made by accident, growing out well. Long poop on it. Not sure how I feel about that. Not usually a big fan of like the balloon type fish. Can see how they've been made. This one was complete accident. There's no balloon mollies or anything like that. Oh, not molly, sorry. No balloon platies in here, but here we go. We've got a baby balloon platy. Baby balloon high fin platy. Not sure if that's actually a thing or not yet, but don't know how I feel about it. Kind of think I need to get it out of the tank. I don't really want to start breeding balloon high fin platies. But yeah, broodstock, high fin platies, making plenty of babies down the bottom here as well. And then move over to the tank next door. This was like the first big spawn of them that I've pulled out. These were all babies a few weeks ago. Now they're starting to grow up quite nicely. I really like the high fin platies. Sort of, yeah, more common fish, but still a really nice looking fish. I'm going to work on trying to get some more colour coming out of them. There's like a baby in here I saw just before. It's got like a lot of red on it, which I think is from this male here. And we're just going to try and incorporate that and try and get some cool colours coming out of these. But these are looking pretty nice so far. Just wouldn't mind a bit more like red in them. And then there'd be a really nice showstopper fish in your community tank. Moving over to the tank next door, we've got another big tank filled of small baby red tuxedo guppies. Going a bit crazy on the red tuxedo guppy front. Kind of got like 4 fish tanks full of babies, and then I got 2 broodstock tanks as well. So guppies galore, but good little staple for if you're breeding fish for profit. Fish shops always love guppies. Guppies are very popular fish, usually pretty easy to care for, and really easy to breed for profit as well. So that is why I'm doing them, and I just like guppies. Still got our big batch of common normal bristlenose in here. Fish shop's been flooded out on them, still doesn't want any, so I've just been feeding them up on zucchini, letting them grow a bit bigger. I'll probably end up moving them to a bigger tank, letting them grow up to that next sort of size, and then I'll probably sell them off at like a medium bristlenose rather than these smaller ones, just because they're starting to get a bit too big now to be selling as like your small ones. So going to move them out here pretty soon. And then moving next door, nothing huge to report on this tank. If you've been watching for the last few months, you'll know these are baby rainbow fish, baby Bosmani rainbow fish to be exact. Not growing very fast. So they're starting to actually get the stripe in the middle of them come through, and starting to get a little bit of colour when the lights sort of come back on. So not too bad, but yeah, still quite a while away from being a sellable size. Gonna have to move these guys into a bigger tank as well, just to try and pack some size on them. But down below, we've got a small spawn, well, not a small spawn, there's probably about 20-25 in here of the super red bristlenose babies growing up well. Again, really cool looking bristlenose. I'll show you the adults in a sec, but really nice looking bristlenose. And then that's pretty much it in this tank, just some orange super red bristlenose and your Bosmani rainbows growing up well. So I just moved next door. We've got turquoise rainbow fish, also in the same boat, growing really slowly because they're rainbow fish, but still give you guys an update on them. They're looking pretty good. When the lights come on first thing in the mornings, when they have their colour sort of show on them, they're starting to get that nice blue turquoise colour come through on them now. So once they get a little bit bigger, again, probably another couple of months, they will be ready to be sold, and hopefully someone lucky will have a nice community tank filled with locally bred rainbow fish. So that is what's going on in this tank. There's just a few little rogue Sturbe cories that I bred for a bit of fun as well. And then that's pretty much it for this tank and this whole top rack along here. Just a quick update on my gold dust Geophagus. Gave you guys an update on these ones on my last video, but it's been about 4 weeks since my video. I do apologize for being a bit AFK on YouTube, but unfortunately this big male did a lot of damage to one of the smaller males earlier this week. Unfortunately, I tried to save him, but the damage was done and he didn't make it throughout the night. So a little bit bummed over that, but didn't realize how aggressive these gold dust geos can be when they're looking to breed, and I just couldn't save him in time. So I really need to get my big 6 foot tank up and running, because I feel this guy is just getting way too big for this tank. This is a 3x2, by 1.5, so it's a decent sized tank, but it needs to be a bit bigger for the size of these Gold Dust Geos are starting to get. So just a quick little update on the Gold Dust Geos, nothing really else to report. Honestly, I'm just falling in love with the beautiful colours coming out of this fish right now. So we move down to this tank. This is what's left of the angelfish babies, or the bigger batch of babies I should say. Last week I didn't film it, but I took about 25 into my local fish shop. This is what's left over. These guys are a little bit small to go in, and some of them are koi sort of gene angels, so I really want to keep ones like these. This one here is like a koi, this one, and I'm going to keep them for myself. Selfish, I know, but with that, use them as future brood stock, so I can start making, with any luck, some red koi angels, which I think everyone will enjoy. But for now, these guys are just going to grow up. Probably take these lot in the next couple of weeks, just get a little bit more size on them first. Down below, got our beautiful L015 plecos. They have been caving up a lot lately. Really exciting. I need to get them out of this tank because I don't think they're going to spawn in the water conditions that this tank has. Same with the Sturbay Cories. They've been chasing each other around every morning, but I think with the amount of fish and stuff that's in here, the eggs that are getting laid are just getting eaten before I can even find them. So trying to make this tank purely a grow out tank, because I'm kind of double dipping here, where I'm growing out fish in the top and sort of keeping broodstock fish in the bottom, and it's not really working out. Nothing's dying or anything, it's just we're not really getting any spawning happening out of the Sturbays, and we're definitely not getting any spawning happening out of these L015 plecos. But move them to a tank of their own, put them into some softer water. Hopefully we should get some baby plecos out of that, because these guys have definitely been caving up a lot lately, and I think they're definitely at the right size to start breeding for us. And then yeah, the Sturbays, I really want to keep going on the Sturbay Cories because they're a really popular Cory, pretty easy to breed as well yourself. And I'm just going to move them into a tank of their own so I can actually start saving the eggs that these guys keep laying every morning, rather than watch them get eaten up by everything else in this tank. So that's pretty much a wrap on this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you have, drop a like or a comment down below. I really like to hear from everyone. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fish room related videos. Other than that guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.